it's Angie with News OK.
And Becky.
Becky is our Recipe for Health food columnist for the Oklahoman. She's also a registered dietitian, and she loves doing recipes that are simple and healthy.
Yes.
And around this time of year, a lot of people like to have vegetables paired with their meals. Tell us specifically what we're doing.
What we are doing today, Angie, is a variety of root vegetables. Root vegetables are heartier vegetables, and people tend to eat them more in the colder weather months. And what I've done so far, I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil in my bowl. We have seasonings that we're adding. We have some thyme, very small amount of salt, and a little bit of pepper. And then we have garlic. I've taken 4 garlic cloves. People could use more or less. They're going to take a bulb. This was a bulb of garlic, and they're just going to take 4 of the small little cloves and then slice them. And I'm going to add those and just mix this up. And then we'll add our vegetables to this. Now, and actually you can use any root vegetables that you want. But we're going to use turnips, and this is a beautiful purple top turnip. And we've cut this one in strips about 1.5 to 2 inches long and about 1/2 inch in diameter. So we have our turnips and then parsnips, which a lot of people have never used parsnips before.
But they're good.
They are very good. This is what a parsnip looks like before it's peeled. I did peel our parsnips, and once again, we have about the same size strip, as uniform as possible, but they're not going to all be just exactly the same. A sweet potato. And of course, this time of the year, everybody loves to eat sweet potatoes. So we're going to put our julienne strip sweet potatoes in there, and then we have carrots. And so we're going to put all of our vegetables in here, and all we do is toss this. We want to be sure that the vegetables are evenly coated, and they will roast so much easier. I didn't mention that I preheated the oven at 400 degrees. You want to be sure your oven is hot before you put the vegetables in. And then for easy cleanup, I like to take a pan and just line it with aluminum foil. And I go ahead and spray it with a non-stick spray. In fact, Angie, if you want to do that, just give it a light coat, because the vegetables, that helps to prevent the sticking. They'll still stick a little bit if you don't use a spray on there. Okay, this is all we do for this. I'm going to put my vegetables here, and any remaining in the bowl, you're just going to want to kind of drizzle it over. Yes, it is. Just a delicious recipe. And we're going to just let those cook for about 45 minutes. I like to check them about 40 minutes, and if they're not quite brown enough, you could cook them another 5 to 10 minutes, but no more than an hour.
Now, we're also going to be doing something with, was it
beets?
Beets.
Yes, we are.
And a lot of times beets are kind of,
That's true. And a lot of times people think they don't like beets, but they've really never tried beets in some really good recipes. So we're going to make a soup, a beet soup. It's called borsch. And that's our next recipe.
All right.
I have a tablespoon of oil in my pot here, and I'm going to add 1 cup of diced onion, and we're going to just let this cook for about 4 or 5 minutes until the onion gets nice and brown, golden.
You know, Becky, those are looking good. Is that about done?
Yes, our onions are ready for us to add our other ingredients. We're adding 4 cups of fat-free beef broth, which is exactly what's in this container. And there's the sizzle. Okay, and you can actually use vegetable broth if people would prefer. I think I like it a little bit better with the beef broth, but it can be made either way. And then we're going to add our diced potatoes, and I do like to peel my potatoes first for this particular recipe. So we'll put our potatoes in, and we have a little bit of pepper that we're going to add, and 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar, and our beets. And I wanted to show, we're using the fresh beets today, which this, of course, when you get the beets, normally they have the green ends, and the green tops, actually, it would be. And I've already cut those off. You would peel the beet, and this one has not been peeled yet. These have been peeled and diced, and I'm just going to add our beets. If people want to use canned beets, because sometimes it's a little more difficult to be able to find the fresh beets, they can use the canned beets, but they would not add them at this time. They'd wait until they cook, because of course the canned beets are already cooked, and they would just want to drain those well.
Gotcha.
So we're going to let this cook for about 15 minutes.
Okay, this is looking good, and the aroma is very nice.
It smells wonderful, I told you.
It does, it does.
Okay, our vegetables are very tender now, and here's what we're going to do. we're going to use either a ladle or a measuring cup like this to put this in a blender. And we can't do all of it at one time. We'll fill our blender, or you could use a food processor if you wanted to. And we'll get about half full.
Okay.
And it will probably 2 or 3 batches is about what it will take. And then we'll just pour it all back in our pot and mix it all together, so that that's just the easiest way to mix it. And I'm going to put the lid on the blender and then turn this on, and we'll puree our soup. What we're going to do, we're going to pour this in another container, and then we'll add the rest of our vegetables so that we can get it completely mixed up, then mix it all together, and that just mixes it real well and purees it, and you can see how pretty and soft.
I know. Yep. Now here are our roasted vegetables, and these are the beets, the beet soup.
The beet soup, the borscht.
No, yeah, the borscht.
The borscht.
Okay. I love it. I love it. And these are wonderful.
They are.
What have you paired it with?
Actually, we put it, because they have a lot of seasoning with the thyme and the pepper, we just put a plain chicken breast. We have a nice green salad, and I chose to just add a little bit more color, a variety of baby greens, and we have the purple and the different shades of green, and then 2 very small whole grain rolls to go with it.
So it's very good for you and yummy. Oh my gosh, these are great. So you need to get this recipe. It's in the Oklahoman in the Life section, and it's under Becky Varner's Recipe for Health food column. So check out that, and wonderful time of year for this.
Yes.
Very simple and very healthy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angie.